everyone, today I'll be reviewing this Amazon Prime movie Cinderella, starring Camilla Cabello, Nicholas Gladstone, Adina Menzel, and this movie is directed by Kay Cannon. And so this is like newest Amazon Prime adaptation for Cinderella, the classic story here, with some little twist here and there. When this trailer dropped for this movie, of course, many people are like, how is Amazon Prime is making this movie, because it is Disney's character Cinderella. That's what I thought. But after doing some research, actually turns out anybody can actually make Cinderella story. It isn't copyright by Disney. It's to the public domain. Anybody can take the story and make a story, as long as you don't make exactly like Disney stuff. Like the song, I think you cannot take, and some of their dialogue and other stuff they did, those things you cannot copy or make exactly. Then you can't make them, I guess. That being said, what do we think about this movie? Wow, this movie, I thought this movie was okay. I don't think this movie is that bad as everyone's saying, because this movie has such a low Rotten Tomato score. I think last time I checked it was 30 something. Obviously people has mixed feeling about this movie. I thought this movie was really like the story, the twist here, like the Cinderella who goes by here, Ella, she wants to be a dressmaker in this movie. Of course, the world is against that idea, like a strong woman, like they don't support that in that time. I really like all the set pieces in this movie. Also all the costume, I think they really looked very updated, looks very good. I really liked them a lot. Although I didn't like all the song, I would say they were not my favorite, probably because I'm not that musical person in general. Because of that, I didn't thought all the songs were great in this movie. I thought they were okay. Although Camilla Cabello, she's a singer, she done amazing job doing all the singing in this movie. When I was watching this movie, reminded me of many Disney other movies. Maybe because all this type of movie, they're very similar to each other. So, and for this movie has such a hard job, because everybody who watched this movie, they will be comparing this movie to the Disney Cinderella, the one with the, I actually didn't see that movie. I'm not a huge fan of Cinderella character in general. I don't think she's that interesting, but many people actually love this character. But I thought Camilla Cabello, she did really amazing job in this movie. I was actually really surprised how good she was in this movie. Some places she was really very charming, especially when I think about this is her first time acting here. She never done any acting before. She's just a singer. I actually never listened to her any of the song or anything, but I know this name. She's like big name right now in music world. So especially when she came to the premiere, that it was a trending on Twitter. So she has a huge fan base. Those people will be checking this out simply because she's here in this movie. So I thought she done really amazing job. I also thought Adina Menzel, she also really did good job too, especially the character she was giving here. I really like that this time around the stepmother was a little bit different. She was looking back her own life. That I found a little bit interesting story here. The overall, I thought it was okay movie. The only thing I did not like this movie, which not this movie's fault, is that this movie is actually direct musical. I thought it was like maybe like half musical, half normal type. This is actually like straight musical movie, which took me a little surprise, because I was expecting that. Because I'm not a huge fan of musical movies. I thought the story twist here, I really like that. I think people who are looking forward to this movie, especially people who are fan of Camilla Cabello, I think they will like this movie. People who don't like musical, and most people don't like in general musical movie, they will not like this movie. Obviously this movie is not made for them, and then they will not like it. And what do I think about the Cinderella fan? I think Cinderella fan can also enjoy this movie. It's not bad. It's just a little twist here and there. Still very interesting. Also, especially when I consider that also the prince has a backstory too, Prince Robert. in this movie, which is a little bit refreshing, getting all this backstory. I think Cinderella fan will also think this movie is okay, and also Camilla Cabello's fan will really enjoy this movie. But normal people who don't like musical, I don't see them enjoying this movie at all. And that was my thought on this movie. Definitely I enjoyed it. It's much better than I thought, considering how bad reviews this movie getting. Let me know in the comment what do you think about this movie, and if you enjoyed my review, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to leave your comment, and please take care.